Hi everyone, today I'm gonna show you how I add sleeves on a Chlamys crochet top. If you are new to my channel, you can find a tutorial on how I made the Chlamys top in the description below. Before you add the sleeves, get the measurement from your under bust to your bust point or from your front upper bust to your bust point. Put a stitch marker, mine is in row 9. Now please refer to this image. I will put the copy of this on the description below. Since nasa row 9 yung level ng bust point ko, I need to make 15 single crochet stitches in the edge of the top. If you are wondering how I get 15 stitches or how I get this number of stitches here, remember that on my previous tutorial of Chlamys, I said that you need to work or to make one single crochet into the edge if the start or end of the row is single crochet stitch, and 2 single crochet if the start or end of the row is double crochet stitch. Ngayon, dito naman tayo sa kabilang side ng sleeve. To determine how many chains we need for this side, all you have to do is, if this is 15, add 4, which is equal to 19. So this part should have 19 chains. Kung ilang stitches dito, just add 4 and that will be the number of chains for this side. If you get 16, just add 4. If you get 17, just add 4. Ganun lang siya. This is to balance the underarm part of your sleeves. For the upper part, you need to chain an odd number. Mine is 27. Adjust it according to your size. Kung parehas tayong nasa row 9 ang bust point, sa upper part ka na lang mag-adjust ng number of chains. Make sure na maganda yung fitting sa armhole mo at hindi siya masyadong masikip. Now, I will explain why the lower part is different from the upper part. It is because on this part, the pattern will be open shell stitch, then we need to skip 4 stitches. I made this pattern to avoid too much fabric or too much yarn under your arm. And for the upper part, the pattern will be open shell stitch, skip 1 chain to create a ruffles, para maging puff sleeve siya. Now, let us add the chains. So, 27 for the upper part plus 19 for the lower part is equal to 46. This will be the number of chains for my sleeves. To begin, grab your yarn, make a slip knot, we will work single crochet from here up to here. Attach your yarn, chain 1, then make single crochet into the edge of your top. Chain 46, Then we will slip stitch here in the first single crochet stitch. Make sure that these chains are not twisted before you attach it. Slip stitch into the first stitch, chain 3, then get your stitch marker, count 19 chain or the number of chains needed for the lower part of your sleeve. Then, balik tayo ulit dito. We will count these 3 chains as a double crochet stitch. Now work double crochet into the same stitch of your chain 3, chain 2, then work 2 double crochet into the same stitch. This will be your first open shell stitch. Skip 4 stitches, then work 2 double crochet into the next one. Chain 2, then work 2 double crochet into the same stitch. Skip 4 stitches, then repeat the process until you reach the chain. Now work open shell stitch into the first chain. Skip 1 chain, then repeat the pattern of open shell stitch, skip 1 chain until you reach the stitch marker. When you reach the stitch marker, skip 4 chains, then work open shell stitch into the next one. Repeat the pattern of skip 4 chains, then open shell stitch into the next one until you only have 4 chains left. Now I have 4 chains left. Join the round with a slip stitch into the third chain. Slip stitch into the double crochet stitch and the slip stitch into the chain space. Chain 3, then work 1 double crochet into the same chain space. Chain 2, then 2 double crochet into the same chain space. For this round, we will work 1 open shell stitch into each of the chain space. To join the round, slip stitch into the third chain. Slip stitch into the double crochet stitch, slip stitch into the chain space. Chain 3, then repeat the pattern of row 2 until you reach row 15 or your desired length for your slips, and end your row 15 with chain 1. For the row 16, single crochet into the chain space, then 2 single crochet into the next chain space. One single crochet into the next chain space, then 2 single crochet into the next chain space. Repeat this pattern until you reach your last chain space. To join the round, slip stitch into the first stitch. Then chain 1. This is just the right size for my arm and I have a very small arm. So I suggest that check first if this size is right for you. If it is too tight, you may adjust the number of single crochet stitches in every chain space. For example, work 2 single crochet into each of the chain space or 1 single crochet into the chain space, 2 single crochet into the next chain space, then 2 single crochet again into the next chain space. Repeat it until you reach the last chain space. Now back into the pattern. For the row 17 and 18, single crochet into each stitch until you reach the last stitch. Then join the round with slip stitch. Now I'm done with the first sleeve. For the other sleeve, I will start right here, then I will chain 46 and single crochet into the edge of the top. To begin, grab your yarn, make a slip knot, attach it here, then chain 46. Single crochet into this part, then single crochet into the edge of the top. Slip stitch into each of the 4 chains, chain 3, then follow the same position of open shell stitch in the previous sleeve. Now we will work single crochet into the edge of your top from here up to the sleeve, into the neckline, then to the other sleeve, down here.
What a wonderful world.